Let's begin with the relationship between your characters. How would you both describe the relationship between Francis and Trent?
I looked at it as they were star-crossed. That's how I looked at it, in the sense that their lives kind of came at each other from trying situations, especially in the case of Sienna's character. And they, in a weird way, need each other, but are at a time when they may not be able to realize that fully.
I think she sees very quickly that, you know, he's the first person she sees when she's saved from a really bad situation. And I think she senses the goodness in that character. The chivalry, the kindness, the reserved aspects of his nature. There's nothing aggressive or, you know, I think she's intrigued by him. And obviously he's easy on the eye, Sam Worthington, so I'm sure there's a little bit of a, you know, I'm sure that helped. You know.
It made me blush.
Yeah. You ugly Sam Worthington.
So Sam, you are First Lieutenant Trent Gebhardt. Is he idealistic, tormented? What is he?
Remember Kevin told me from the very beginning, there's a lot of characters that, if you look at what Costner's created over his time, there's a lot of idealistic characters, but they all have this strong moral code. And that was something he said to me. He goes, Trent's got a strong moral code. He understands why he's there. And then I tried to challenge that throughout the movie. So, here's a man that's meant to be bringing order. He's meant to be taking control in the frontier wars, but finds that conflict it's very complex and hard to understand and grapple with. So he's struggling with that the whole way.
Sienna, I believe I've read or heard you say that this is a dream role for you.
Well, to be in a Western that Kevin Costner is directing is a dream because I was obsessed with Dances with Wolves when I was younger. So, so that was the piece that was really enticing.
For both of you, what do you think this story says about the faith of people during this time to embrace a promise and to push forward despite?
Look, it was a violent time. It's an aggressive journey. I think not only is the natural landscape unforgiving, but what is about to come when they're encroaching on, the indigenous population, those that were here first, and what happens. We were all pretty cognizant of what happened in the West. But to undertake that kind of perilous journey, they'd have to have some faith. They'd have to have some hope that everything's going to work out right. And I think it's kind of an interesting concept that, in a weird way, maybe Kevin's trying to explore. That if you look at a sci-fi movie or a Western, it's reflecting our time now. And maybe he's saying that America might be going through this struggle now, but we've got to have hope that we're going to come out the other side and be able to forgive ourselves for what's happened in the past and go forward. And that's faith.
Yeah, indeed. Sienna, this hefty script lands on your desk.
Four of them.
What are you thinking when you get?
I was like, the desk broke. No, I thought it must be a TV series, because there were 4 scripts. I didn't realize until I spoke to Gary, I went, what is this? And he went, no, it's 4 movies. They were so detailed. The scenes were long and thoughtful, and the writing was really beautiful. And I was excited.
How are you feeling knowing that this is such a big passion project for Kevin Costner? Been working on it since 1988, invested nearly $40 million of his own money to do this. You're cast in this dream project. What's that feel like?
Well, I like working with directors that take big risks. I like working with directors that take chances, and put themselves out there. It's an interesting thing, because making a movie is hard. You don't know if you're going to reach an audience. And I think Kevin just tells the stories that he wants to tell, that he feels that compelled to tell. And this one, as you said, has been with him for 30 years. It's a lot like the voice in Field of Dreams. If you build it, they will come. I think it's kind of haunted him, and now he gets to present it, and hopefully it connects.
Yeah, there's something so admirable about sacrificing yourself for the sake of your art. I don't care what anybody says. Like, that is a noble act, and I respect it deeply. I think he loves making movies. He loves telling stories at whatever cost, and that's really inspiring.